and welcome to Solidworks Station. My name's Stuart, and in today's tutorial we're going to look at phase 2 of this particular Model Mania. After phase 1 was complete, we ended up with this particular product, and you can see that there's been some dramatic changes that have been made here in phase 2. If you struggle with any of the content in this tutorial, please get in contact by dropping a comment in the comment section below this video, and I'll be more than happy to get in touch and hopefully resolve some of the problems that you might be experiencing. Best of luck everyone, and let's get started. Okay, so you can see from this particular engineering drawing that we've got one dramatic change to make here, and then some FEA analysis to complete with applying some loads. So this is the point here that we need to address. It's almost been twisted 90 degrees. So we've got some dimensions here. We've got a gap that splits this particular feature here, which is 2 millimeters. We've got two radius to put on, which are R8s. We've got a dimension here from this circle, which is a radius of 8 to the center of 40. We've got a radius of 10 here to produce. So let's minimize this and let's type into this command line delete face. Okay, I'm going to select that. I'm going to select delete and patch, and then in this selections area I want to pick up this face underneath, the two cylinders inside, this internal full round fillet, and on the other side, and then all the way around this edge and all the way around this bottom edge as well. Pick up all those faces. Once you've got all those, just make sure you've got delete and patch selected here and green tick, and that will patch it all together on that side. Now we need to draw in the new sketch. So we're going to do that from a right plane, and we need to sketch a line like so. Press A on your keyboard to convert that to an arc. That's not worked out how I wanted it, so it's going to go back on line. Press A again for arc until you get something similar to that. Just line that up with this bottom edge best you can, and then pop a line in there. Okay, we know that this line needs to be horizontal, and we know that this line and this arc need to be tangent. Just check that this is tangent as well. Yep, it is. Perfect. We've got a circle in here. I'm just going to go to a different view, and I want to just delete this particular relation and this one. I'm just going to move them up. So I'm going to move this up to this point and move this up to this point, and then just draw a line straight down to connect them. Need to smart dimension from here to here, and this was 40 millimeters. Put in 40 there. Okay, this should be a radius of 10. Yep. So radius of 10. This is a diameter of 8. And that's it. So we can tick this, and we can now extrude this. So I'm going to go features, extrude boss base, and extrude this mid plane. Let's get a dimension for that. That's 12. Okay, put 12 millimeters in there, and green tick. And I'm going to go to a top plane now, normal 2, and I'm just going to sketch a center rectangle just in here. It's too far away, just a bit closer. So center rectangle probably from here, this center point here, this midpoint, like that. and this, I think it was 2. Yeah, 2, and from the center. So we're centered already, so that can be 2. Once you've got that in, you can do a extruded cut, and if you go through all both and just ensure that that's going through, and green tick, and then we can go back to a shaded with edges view. Got some fillets to put in. I'll just show you where those are. So we've got 2 fillets here of R8, one here and one here to put in. So change your fillet parameter here to 8. Pop in your fillet on this side and on this side. And then we've got some faces to move as well, I believe. So okay, this face needs moving. Okay, this one here and this one here need moving by an amount to leave 30 degrees here and 30 degrees here. So to do that, we're going to type in here move face. Click on that. We want to move this face here. If we turn on our temporary axis, click in the parameters and click on this temporary axis, and we want to move it by 30 degrees and flip the direction. Green tick. We're going to do exactly the same for the other one, so move face. I'm going to move this face by this temporary axis, and it's going to be 45 plus the 30, 75. Yep, and green tick. Control 7 on the keyboard. That'll give you a nice isometric view, and you can turn off your temporary axis as well. Okay, the next thing that we need to look at is the load. Now we've already applied a material to this, which was the AISI 1020. As you can see here, that material has already been applied. If you hadn't applied that material, now would be a good time to do it. So just right click, you would go to edit material, you'd find your steel for your AISI 1020, you'd apply it, and you need the material in place in order to produce the calculation. So you need to go onto SolidWorks add-ins, make sure you've got SolidWorks simulation in grey. If you've not got SolidWorks add-ins in these tabs, you need to right click any of the tabs on the top and just ensure that it's got a tick at the side of it here. From there you need to go to the simulation tab and you're going to do a new study. Okay, we're going to call this Model Mania Static Study, and keep static selected and green tick. We've already applied a material, now we need to go to the fixtures advisor. So our fixture, alright, is going to be this one. This is going to be our fixed point, so fix these 2 green faces. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the fixtures advisor, fixed geometry, and it's asking us now, alright, where is our fixed geometry? Our fixed geometry is going to be here and here. Okay, that's where the fixed geometry is going to be. Green tick. External loads now, we need to apply some of those. So we're going to go to the external loads advisor and we're going to apply a force, I believe. Total load of, okay, just be careful here, it's saying apply 1000 newtons total load. Okay, so I'm going to apply a force. Just look at the force direction as well. Okay, the load direction is going this way. Okay, so it's asking us for the force. So we're going to click on the faces. Okay, it's all 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's asking us for the direction. It's normal at the moment, so it's applied it into all directions. We want it in a particular direction. So that direction is going to be with our front plane. Okay, I'm just going to reverse the direction of that. So it's going that way, as you can see, with the arrows. And I want a total amount of newtons to be 1000. Okay, like so, and green tick. So in the simulation, it's saying to analyze and determine the factor of safety of the part, record the factor of safety for the part. So we need to create a mesh first of all. We're just going to do a generic mesh. Okay, neither coarse nor fine, just leave it in the middle and green tick. Let that run and create that mesh like so. And then from there, we're going to go to our run this study option. Run the study. This may take a little bit of time. It's not too bad. Okay, from there, I'm just going to run an animation on that just quickly. Just make sure it's all running the right way. Good. And then from there, I need to go to my results advisor, go to a new plot, and look for a new factor of safety. So I'm just going to click on that, let that run that calculation by clicking on this green tick here. Okay, and we're coming out with a factor of safety distribution of 1.7 for this particular Model Mania. So that concludes this particular tutorial on Model Mania. Thank you very much for listening. If you have subscribed already, thank you very much for your support. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to, or click on the bell to get notifications anytime that a video is made by Solidworks Station. If you didn't understand some of the stuff that I mentioned there in this particular tutorial, do get in touch by just dropping a comment in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to help out. Thanks very much everyone, and see you soon. Goodbye.